chosen ones, empaths, and all the genuine souls out there, you gotta know what you're worth. It's gotta be a knowing in you. I'm aware that the narcissist can do devaluation and abuse you in such a way that you don't realize your worth. Okay? It's not just based on what the narcissist thought of you that was involved in your life. It's not just based on what they thought of you. Okay? It's you as a person. Alright? As a chosen one, an empath, or a genuine soul, you are very different to a lot of the population. Okay? You now know this. You went through life thinking people thought like you, had good intentions like you. This is how you were going through life. Alright? And this is just not the case. You've encountered some evil now in your life to know that you are very, very different from them. And although narcissists don't value the qualities of an authentic individual, they don't put any weight on it, they don't value it, it's not something, they don't value it. It's not something they value or put in high regard, all right? But they like the byproduct of an authentic individual. And the byproduct is a potent supply, okay? They like that potent supply that they get from an individual like yourself. And this is why they will never get over you. They will never get over you. The things you've done, don't forget it. The things you've done. I know you've done so much for them. Doesn't have to be about giving them money or buying them things. Okay? Doesn't have to be to do with that. It's in your deeds. What you did towards the relationship. The way you were building a healthy relationship. The way you were transparent. The way you were truthful. The way you were loyal. These sorts of things. Okay? They're not going to get over. Because they viewed you as they had control over you. That's how they viewed you. Now they don't have you. Now they no longer have control over you. They realize your qualities. Okay? Now you're away from the situation. Hopefully you are, or you're going to get away. Then they'll realize your value. Okay? They don't see it when they're with you. They're going to go on for their entire journey looking for a replacement of you. They're never going to find it. It's just having that knowing, okay? And in realizing that you've saved yourself from a lifetime of misery. You have. Because say the relationship went on, there was already the things that they've done to you. Okay? They may have cheated. They may have broken the trust. They may have lied. Whatever they did to you that hurt your feelings, these things would have been present. So the relationship was destroyed. The relationship was destroyed. So it would have not been like how it was when you had the love goggles on and you were thinking they were great and everything like that. It would have never been like that again. That's something you should really accept. It's never going to be the same as it was because you don't look at them the same way anymore. Okay? But they look at you the same way. Why do they look at you the same way? Because you've kept it real the whole time. You've been you. They know they've done you wrong. When a person knows they've done someone wrong, and that person was a benefit of that to them, naturally they're gonna grieve it. Okay? They're gonna grieve it. You're not necessarily gonna grieve it because you've realized that they're a fake and a snake. And that's why you have to, disregard everything else that your mind's telling you, or your heart's telling you, your soul's telling you about this is the person for you or anything like that. I hope that's not going through your head, but it can do. And it's not rare. That goes through a lot of people's heads early days. Some of you are 6 months out and you say things like, I see people saying they're 6 months out or a year out, and they're saying, like, Some people can heal in that time, but you're thinking that it's you're gonna be okay. Like, no, like you really literally gave your soul to this person. That's still fresh. A year, 6 months, even depending upon, like, even you could be out here a few years and it could still feel fresh. Okay, you could be out here a few years and it still feel fresh. You've got to adjust to the life that you're living now. All right, but they're always, if you have this knowing, I don't know how, like, maybe you might not get it from this video, but you will develop this knowing of they're never gonna find someone like you. And when you realize that they're never gonna find someone like you, it really helps push you in the direction of becoming indifferent and unfazed. Because it's not like you're jumping for joy and saying, oh, they're never gonna meet someone different. Like, it's just like you have a knowing. You're like, yeah, they're never gonna meet someone like you. You know that. They may not know that at the beginning, but they certainly realize when they get further down the line. So for those of you that is still very, 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 very fresh, you've just got to have that awareness that they're going to realize. And don't wait for them to come back to tell you that you're the best thing ever. They're stubborn. Why are they going to come back and tell you that? Okay? And the ones that do are deviants. Ones that do have got some real sinister agenda, and they're going to try and sabotage your life. Okay? You don't... Honestly, I wish that none of you, all the listeners, none of you hear from the narcissist again. Honestly. Having... That helps you. When you have a pest, or a narcissist is reaching out, or a narcissist is bugging you, a narcissist is doing annoying stuff to you, making themselves known, hacking your phone, doing these things, like, you can't get rid of them. Okay, so that's why I hope that, so those of you that haven't heard nothing from them, they're not making fake profiles and bothering you. That's loads of people I've spoken to in sessions have had fake profiles. The narcissist creating fake profiles, fake accounts to speak to them and stuff. You honestly, you're blessed to not have to deal with them. You're being given a route to show you to go it alone. Like, they're gonna suffer. Okay, they're gonna suffer. Just have that knowing. They're never gonna find someone like you. You know, you gotta understand that this is beyond narcissism and this is beyond narcissism and this is relationships in general, right? The more and more relationships you have as a person, the less likely it is for that to be a stable relationship. Apparently, okay, through research, through data, like the divorce rate. Okay, the people that have had less partners are more likely. Doesn't mean you could have had loads of partners and you could have a healthy relationship in the future. It doesn't mean that. So I'm not ruling it out. I'm just saying that when you add into a narcissist in the mix, someone that can't pair bond properly anyway, these relationships aren't going to be a success that they're in. They had you completely under the spell that you were in a healthy marriage or a healthy relationship. They were great for you. They really had you under the spell, and they were believing that fantasy as well. They were living that fantasy with you. They were living that fantasy with you, and they had the vision for the future of the fantasy with you. For whatever reason, the narcissistic injury is getting too much. Okay? Narcissistic injury is getting too much for them. Whatever the reason it was that the relationship ended, they got found out for a lie. Okay? Whatever it was that happened, that's what happened. Okay? It would have burst their fantasy. It would have burst the fantasy for them. Okay? You were aggravating them because of the narcissistic injuries. They were feeling inferior. A lot of this is the main reason why narcissists end up going a bit even more unstable than they already are. Alright? What else could it be? It's a lot of things. They unmask. A lot of the times you see the unmasking. They could have seen you awakening. That's another reason why they disappear. they abandon and things like that because they see you waking up to they're a deviant and a phony. Okay, so they've got that to live with as well. Okay, that they slipped up, they didn't keep their game on, they didn't keep on top of their game. They're aware they lost their cool when they unmasked. They're aware they lost their cool. They do realize that, like, they are a bag of drama. Like, they do know that. Like, they're never gonna admit it, but they do know that they cause, like, they cause all this chaos and drama. They're conscious of that when they go in their own direction. They ain't gonna just be happy. Okay, it's not a heartfelt moment. It's not like they're feeling bad for them doing that. It's not like they're feeling bad, but it's more like it's more like they're aware of that they've done these bad things. They're aware that they've done these things, and they feel like they lost their cool and they messed up, like through the unmaskings and stuff. This is what they'll be conscious of. Okay, you don't have nothing to deal with like that. You was authentic and true, transparent, loyal. Like, the whole reason why you're upset is because of what you thought this relationship was. Okay, and it's not that. The relationship is not that. Everything you are is real. They're chasing something real. They're fake. Okay, they're chasing something real with you. They want something real with you. They can't get it because they destroyed the relationship. It's hard for them to get it. Anything you're after with them is fake. Okay, you don't want no part of that. So leave them. Just have this knowing that they're never gonna get better than you. Let them search. Let them go on. Let them go with someone who's got more money. Let them go with someone who's taller, who's shorter, who's thinner, who's fatter, who's this color, who's that color, who's this, whatever. Let them go on and try. Okay? They ain't gonna find the realness of you. Realness, authenticity is a high frequency. When they're subject to being around a supply source, someone who has energy, your energy's high energy. Okay? Sometimes people misunderstand your energy, but your energy is a high energy, it's a high frequency. This is perfect, like, for a narcissist, for supply. It's perfect for them. They ain't gonna find that. You can go out on the street, go up to 10 people, okay? I know they say it's 1 in 6 are narcissists and stuff like that, I've heard. But you could go up to 10 people, or you could speak to 10 people online, and they're all toxic. I'm not saying they're all narcissists, but they're all toxic. That's how bad it is. A lot of you are spending time alone. Maybe you see your friends, maybe you see your family. This is what a lot of authentic, genuine souls and chosen ones are doing. They're actually choosing the solitary path. Going against the norms of society. Not forever. They don't need to do it forever. But they know they're not settling for no bullshit. So leave the narcissist chasing something they're never going to find. Okay? It's like the carrot in front of the horse. They're never going to get there. They're never going to get what they had with you. Alright? So they're never going to get better. You just have to have that knowing. And it helps in your healing. It helps in you becoming indifferent. It helps in you staying away from them. It helps in you just knowing, just having this knowing. Okay? And it's not just sweet words. It's the facts. I don't care what they called you, what they said you were. It's all bullshit. They wouldn't have been around you for however long they're around you. Okay? They like, you're not a narcissist, you're not a toxic individual. Another thing is they can't handle being around a chosen one, empath and genuine soul. They can't handle it. As much as they get a potent supply, they can't handle it. So anyway, thank you for watching today. If you'd like to donate or support to the channel, you can always find the link in the description box below. And I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.